Hey y'all, hey. How y'all doing? Me, I'm doing good. Let's get into the Country Wayne skits because there's a lot to unpack. Let's start with, I'm going to go backwards. Shayla telling her mama and her mother confronting Anthony and Anthony going off on her and Shayla still making excuses. Shayla, your facade is wearing thin. Anthony is going to see you for what you are and he's going to get sick and tired. It would be cheaper for him to pay child support than divorcing Amber, if you'd like me to be honest. Because Amber is really pissed off. Amber can take him for everything because he committed infidelity during the marriage, the legal marriage. Okay? God's version of marriage is the whole relationship. Man's version is when you get married and that person gives you their last name. And what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine when it becomes legal. Now, the fact that he committed infidelity, that is going to hurt him. And then the fact there is a child involved, depending on how this story is told and depending on how Brittany tells it, more than likely he's going to pay at least a good 60 to 80% of his income. Now, that may not be the case because Amber just got that new business. Now, the fact that he's trying to calm Amber down, Amber gonna see straight through that. She gonna know the reason why he's doing that, and Brittany and the stepmama already prepped her for this. So when he go over there trying to be nice to her and trying to do all of this and that, she gonna think back to what that stepmother said as far as Brittany's stepmom, and she gonna be like, no. After everything you did to me, now you want to play nice? Now you want to come over here? Now you want to have a conversation? Now you want to talk? No. You should have did that when you got caught. If you would have went home and had a conversation with her and told her everything about what Shayla did, y'all wouldn't be here. But you didn't. And now you want to do what you should have did in the beginning? That coulda, shoulda, woulda that you didn't do? Oh, okay. I love how people want to do coulda, shoulda, wouldas after you did what you did. You can't do coulda, shoulda, wouldas after you made the choice that you made. It don't work like that. And it don't. So let's get into the fact that Ernestine introduced James to her mother. Her mama ain't stupid. She ain't dumb. Not at all. But considering what she's going through, I don't think she has time to sit up here and really argue with Ernestine. And the fact that Ernestine was mad because her friend decided to help Jay out is crazy to me. The fact that Jay is, Nadia is back and they're going to try to, start something. I mean, at the end of the day, at this point, their marriage is over. They filed for divorce. And at this point, there's really no infidelity at this point because the marriage is over, but they are going to always be married and connected because of Ava. So they're going to be married as mommy and daddy, just not as husband and wife. So yes, you are still married as mommy and daddy because that mommy and daddy title will never change, no matter what. So they are really getting divorced, and both of them are really moving on. Now, as for Amber and this new guy, I think this would be a good look for her because he's different. To me, he seems like the type of guy that, because he went through a divorce, he understands and can help Amber through her divorce. And that's a good thing. And I think that she should, like Ernestine said when she was in there, just, go on a coffee date. It ain't got to be no date. It can be just y'all having coffee, getting to know each other. She can get to know this man while she's going through a divorce. She doesn't have to start dating him now. And I'm sure that he's not going to push her into dating him right now because she's going through a divorce. But it is going to give her the inspiration to push the button. She didn't just go ahead and file. Or just waiting. So at the end of the day, if you know that he didn't come home, he still has not been home, he is where he want to be. He trips me out when he says, let's go home, but yet you're not staying there. You staying with PRA, but you're not staying at your house. You're not staying at your apartment, and you're not staying at your house. So you still torn between these two women. So even though you say you want to be with Shayla, but yet you won't go and stay with her. You'll go over there and spend the night, but you won't go over there and actually stay and bring your stuff over there, which is crazy to me. You got a whole house that your wife is in that you could have just as easily went back and kicked her out, but you haven't, because you still torn between these two women. There's a part of you that if Amber says she would take you back, you go back, but you still wouldn't leave Shayla alone. So I think both of them need to leave you alone, to be honest. But in the end, like I said, Amber is going to let him know. When she start listening, she going to think back to what that woman was saying. And that was kind of like a premonition of what to come. Because that woman telling her everything that she told her was because of what's getting ready to happen now. All of a sudden, Anthony's going to want to be nice to her. All of a sudden, he going to be at the bar a little bit more. All of a sudden, he going to be around a little bit more. But because of the fact Amber is talking about this new bar, it's going to get back to Anthony eventually. And he going to come in there. And when he come in there, he going to meet. Sorry, y'all, I had a phone call. But anyway, Shayla, you are not that man's peace. You're that man's destruction and chaos and trauma. You went and slept with that man, and he was drunk. That man did not want you at all at first. It wasn't until you told him about Amber that he wanted you. But you neglected to tell your mama the fact that you got with him when he was drunk. You left a whole lot out of that situation that your mother does not know. At the end of the day, the fact that you're talking to Zachary, asking her, does Anthony want Amber back? You went to Sunny, you went to your homegirl, the one where Candace was getting that girl's facial done. Girl, you is just as bad as Amber when it comes to not keeping your mouth closed. That diarrhea of the mouth. No wonder the two of y'all are friends, because none of y'all can't keep nothing to yourselves. None of y'all. There's not one character that can keep something to themselves except Rolanda. Rolanda's the only one that can keep stuff to herself. Everybody else just can't shut up to save their life. They just can't. And I even give it to Sherman. Sherman don't tell everything. I give it to him. At the end of the day, like I said, y'all talk too much. Some things just need to stay quiet. And both of them cannot keep their mouth closed. At least, and even with PRE told Wayne about the baby. At the end of the day, like I said, pillow talk is something, ain't it? Amber, if you get with this new guy, keep it to yourself until you feel the relationship is comfortable enough for you to tell it. But I think when she gets with this new guy, if I were you, before you do, I would cut Wayne off. I wouldn't even be around Wayne at this point. If I were you, I would cut off that whole entire section. Now, if I see Wayne and it just so happened that I run into him, that's one thing. But when she find out about him and PRE, she ain't going to deal with Wayne. That's why I said this is going to be the guy she's probably more than likely going to be with. But don't make the same mistake you made last time with Anthony. Take your time. Don't rush the relationship. Don't let it move too fast. Let it move at your pace. Y'all be friends, get to know each other through your divorce. And I don't believe he's going to get with her while she's going through the divorce. I think he's going to wait till after the divorce is final. But he's going to be there for her and stick with her through it because, like I said, he's been divorced, so he understands. But Anthony, this is who you wanted. Now you got to take everything that comes with it. You got a woman that's needy, a woman that don't got no job, a woman that just wants to be taken care of. And then she had a nerve to say, you're going to open the door for me. Girl, if you don't get up and go open that door yourself. As pissed off as that man is, you just made things worse. I can only imagine what's going to happen when they get to the house. He is about to go off. He's going to spaz because he's going to realize that with Amber, at least she has something to contribute. Because now he about to see that he going to be drained out of more money with Shayla than Amber. So that's crazy. So we have to just sit back and see what happens, shall we? Lord have mercy.